So what did you think of The Quiet Man?
Oh, I think it was a great, wonderful movie. I'm surprised I never heard of it. It's a nice, sweet story, to be honest with
I
you.
know, I like John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara and all that, and that's what I thought when we had these. I like these little flashback theater things. Last week we saw Land for a Time, weren't born at an age to see it in a theater, so I was like, why not see it in theaters? And it was amazing to see. And then, it's like, yeah, I guess we'll go see it because it is John Wayne, it's all that, it's got good ratings, talk like that, so why not? And I'm surprised because I like John Wayne and I like those type of movies, and John Ford, great director, and it was a nice, feel-good, simple movie, and that's what I liked about it. Like, it was just a big difference again, right? When you're watching that movie compared to movies nowadays. Just not in terms of just, I guess, quality, but just how things are with the acting and just everything about it, the locations where they, shot in Ireland and the whole thing. Like, and I like the thing before the movie where the guy talks about the movie, so you get these nice little tidbits about how long it took him to do the production, how Maureen O'Hara was like, I'll do it if you do it type of stuff, and
I like that there's also families that came together to actually make the movie.
It's nice to hear stuff like that. Makes me think of when you hear about how Bed Knobs and Broomsticks was to be put together. It was like pushed off, and then like, no, we want this done. And then they got, the people that want it done, the families, the people, they eventually got it to be done. So it's nice when a good movie got made out of it. And this was really nice. I like all the fun there.
You could definitely tell it was a passion project. You could tell that people actually cared.
And just well made. It's just a good movie.
What I also liked is that even the smallest side character was their own person. They weren't like two-dimensional. They were actually very fleshed out. I
love that. But that's what I feel like you get in the old movies where, like, if you just watch too, like, stuff in the background, just stuff like little tidbits, like when he first gets there and he's got the drinks and then they're passing it around, or the one guy at the end when he's just kind of sitting there, they're all like, we're all gonna go watch this happen. And he's just sitting there.
Yep.
And the guy moves and walks around and they keep going back and he's still there. And little things like that, and then, I don't know, it was a really good movie. I like the stuff where she wanted her own stuff, which makes sense. And being like the only girl with all the brothers and all that stuff there. And then just him with his past in the boxing was like, oh, wow. So it's understandable about why he doesn't want to fight. I liked all the priests being like wanting the bet, and like just everyone in town wanting the bet, like, oh really? Oh, I put down, and I don't know, it was like it was a great experience just for the fact that you're sitting there watching it for the first time, and I'm just enjoying. It's good to know when you watch. It's an old movie. It's an old movie, and I'm sitting there as if I'm going to a movie. Like next week we'll go see Ghostbusters, and you're experiencing, and the week of that Godzilla, Kong. And it's like you're experiencing for the first time, but they're current movies. So it's interesting to see an old movie and you're experiencing for the first time and you're like, wow, awesome, laughing and just genuine smiles and laughter, enjoyment.
Yeah, and you get the whole theater experience. It's really hard to do that with older movies.
I liked how there was someone behind, they were quoting some of the quotes, like right before the guy even says anything. I'm like, and I want to drink, what was it, like whiskey or beer or whatever type it was, I'll drink.
Yeah.
When I want to drink water, I'll drink water. And I was like, the guy was knowing it was coming. And then he did that a couple of times. I'm like, oh, wow, these people I've seen it. And then there are people that felt like didn't, but they seemed like they were enjoying it. And then people applaud at the end. And I do feel like at the ending, someone sitting next to us, I do feel like definitely should have gotten the treatment. Because I feel sorry for the guy having to put up with his missus, and I feel like she needs as one lady said, here's a good whacking stick. Even though she's like, you better never. Clearly the lady just wanted attention from people in the theater, because it's like everyone else is just there leaving, talking, whatever, and she had to be very loud and vocal, like, you better never do that to me. For somebody very vocal, oh, it's a movie of its time. It's like, you gotta love people like that. It's like, shut the hell up. You're weird.
It's sad when people can't just sit there and watch a movie.
Yeah, it's like the same ones that are like, oh my gosh, the depictions of this movie where it's like, shut up. People are weird. People are weird nowadays with this stuff in movies and shows. Get lives. It's weird.
Yeah, just sit back and enjoy the movie. You don't have
They
to
can't.
watch
They
it
gotta
through.
make everything's gotta be politics and everything's gotta be an ism, a phobia, this and that, and it's really sad. But the movie, incredibly enjoyable, and I love that ending where it just, again, made me think of McClintock with the ending scene, just getting ahead there where he's dragging dragging her like, all right, you, and with the brother, and they're getting the fight. And I love all the stuff there with the one priest with the fishing. As you said, I mean, it was a nice little romance thing too there, you know. So you had a nice little romantic story. Like they see each other right at the beginning, and it's like, oh my, like right away, that it follow like love at first sight stuff. So I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice. And I just liked all the characters. And as you said, like all the back ones, even the horse was a character.
Yeah.
I like the ending when the horse was like, I'm gonna go get her. And the horse was like, I'm coming with you. And the horse is
Yeah, I saw
like
that.
following. I was like, wow, that's a horse. I think someone's like, wow, that horse. I'm like, yeah, I'm not the one who thought that.
It's not this side horse. It was also the horse from the one guy who does the matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
He was chasing him to keep him from touching each other.
I mean, he was great, you know, like right from the get-go. Takes his bags and everything. It's like, wow. And I like how everyone at the train station gathers up again, and at the end, it's those same group of people again. You're at 4 hours late already. Blah, 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 blah. The lady shows up to him like, do you do this every day? This has to be a daily thing with these people at this train. Awesome. I like how everyone just goes in the sawn. It's like, what? You know, I like the little cottage. It was nice. It was really nice.
It was.
And I like how it's this whole, he grew, you know, he had the memory, the whatever growing up. And he just wanted to go back there. And I like with her brother and the one lady, the spatting and whatever with them. It's like, oh, well then give him the house. Why, you ain't married me sister. And all that. And then him with her and the bonding and the horse racing and all that betting again. And then at the end with them, it was real, hey, don't you be holding their hands, and no. And I like the scene with the broken bed, and he's just like,
Yep.
It's like, wow. Love it. They got good chemistry. That's why I like that. And then, all those movies they've done together, and it's so good.
Well, yeah, and I like that he doesn't even want to dishonor her or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. She was all worried about the things, and he didn't care about that, but she did for those reasons, and he understood it, and still, so they were still with that love with each other and everything, and we're running out of battery. All right, on a different photo right now. Justin, what was that thing you were thinking? You like with the lovey-dovey stuff, and them walking ahead.
There was a scene when they got ahead of the matchmaker. Because like, oh, maybe you guys walk for a mile or so. And they both put their hands behind their backs, and then they hold their own hands. And it made me think of the scene in Pushing Daisies, because Ned can't touch Chuck. So they both put their hands behind their backs and pretend they're holding the other person's hands. And it just made me think of that.
Yeah, it had a lot of nice, like, again, like all the good shots and everything just really worked with the storming and the funny scene with the cemetery and just everything. The romanciness, 2 great leads, just really good. Great movie. Just made you feel good. It makes you miss like those times, even though again I wasn't around at those times, but I like the movies at those times, and they're good movies. And you just wish you could. I mean, you could always go back and see. There's still plenty of movies from that time, from those days that you haven't seen, but it just makes you go like, what a difference from then and now, and then just how amazing they were, and then just again how the stories involve characters and how the characters the story is characters. That's what the story is. It isn't just we got to fight action, it's stuff like that or BS. It's just the characters are the story, and that's who you follow and watch, and that's what's enough to engulf you and make you want to keep watching type stuff. And it's good when you go through an over 2-hour movie, and it's just again just a really good movie.
I thought it was a great movie, definitely worth checking out. And don't let these type of movies scare you away just because it has the opening credits that take long to get into the movie, or the long scenery shots.
And as they said with the Republic Pictures, they were with their Oscar and some of that, and then Ford and everything, and just deserving of it type of stuff there, because it's just that good of a movie. It was really enjoyable and perfect. I guess the release time was perfect because St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Good movie. Go check it out. The Quiet Man. Very good movie. I'm glad first time seeing it. Really enjoyed it. Definitely something special, and I don't know why I never knew of it, and I'm glad we did with this. And that flashback thing there, they're like, if you have anything you want us to put in, I got lots of movies I want them to put in, because I'd like to see a lot of movies in theaters. So like, comment, subscribe, give the movie a shot, and we'll see you next time.
Stay gnarly, everyone.
Hey, shush, boy.